Support the work of Strike 7 Sports by heading to fanatics.com and purchasing officially licensed gear from the NFL, the NBA, and more. Each purchase made through the text link below goes into the funding of the Strike 7 Sports brand. To proceed, go to the link strike7sports.com/fanatics. I say again, strike7sports.com/fanatics. Thank you. Yo, what's up? This is your boy Derek Branch here, strike7sports.com. This is another episode of Strike 7 Sports Podcast. I'm joined by my co-host Brian Botter. This is another episode of Strike 7 Sports Podcast, our NBA pod. So, recently, well, I won't say recently, but last night, the Memphis Grizzlies won a hard-fought battle against the Golden State Warriors, a team that's everybody expects, heavily favored to win the series. But last night, they won. Golden State won game one, but last night, not Golden State, but Memphis was able to go back and forward with the Warriors and defeat them by score 106-101. Last night, Ja Morant had 47 points, career playoff high, 34 in the game one. Physical game compared to what we saw in the first matchup between these two teams. Memphis has adjusted to what Golden State is doing. Don't know what Steve Kerr has planned in the next game, but their size is an issue for the world. Could be an issue for Golden State, based on what I've seen. However, Desmond Bane has to get going in the series. He scored, I think, 9 points in game one, and he had 5 points yesterday. So, somebody other than him, other than Ja Morant, got to get going in the series to knock off Golden State. What are your thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, this series is going to be wild. I can't wait. But the big thing that could happen, suspensions.
Yeah.
I would be stunned. I'm going as far as to say I'm going to be stunned if Dillon Brooks is suspended based on precedent. It kind of reminds me of the Grayson Allen thing. Not exactly. I'm not sure. I can't remember if Grayson Allen hit him in the head, but it was where he left the air. And so I believe he'll be suspended. Me personally, do I want him to be suspended? No, but I think that's what's going to happen. Jordan Poole may be suspended because he left the bench. I think they'll probably fine him, but depending on how hard Adam Silver wants to enforce the rule, then that could be an issue. But the way I see this series going is Warriors in 6. I just think Warriors have too much for the Grizzlies. But the Grizzlies found a way to win game 2, but I think the Warriors shot like below 20%.
Yeah, they were off.
So you gotta ask yourself, is that gonna happen the next 3 out of 5 games? That's not gonna happen. It's just not. So the one advantage Memphis has is their size. They need to dominate them, punish the Warriors for going small. If they do that, they have a shot in the series. If they don't, they won't win. It's just simple as that. But I think if there's a game to win, I think your best chance is to win this game 3, because game 4 is going to be hard to win, in my opinion. But game 3, you got a long break. Brooks, we'll find out if he's suspended or not. But I still think they can beat the Warriors without Dillon Brooks. Some people even think they're better without him. I think it's something that's an interesting thought, but I have to see more before I make that statement. But I want to see that series.
You want to see that series?
Yeah.
Me too. Do you think Dillon Brooks broke the code, according to Steve Kerr?
But Steve Kerr, when you have Draymond Green on your team, I mean, come on, man. I do agree with him. Look, when guys leave the air, you're like, whoa. You're like, all right, let's just make sure we don't touch him. But, or if we do, make sure you're not potentially threatening their season or their career. But, again, Steve Kerr, I loved him. Great coach, but come on with I thought he was a little too much. Was it over the top? Yeah, but I don't think he's I'm not sure if he called him a dirty player. It was a dirty play, but Dillon Brooks isn't a dirty player. But, yeah, Steve Kerr is a little hypocritical.
I don't know, man, if this calls for a suspension, though, man. I think Brooks meant well by it, despite what he did. I don't think he hey, I want to take this guy out. I want to take him out of the playoffs. I don't think he made that way to where it calls for a suspension. Um, I have the Warriors win this series in 6 games, but Ja Morant, man, if the other guys, I don't know if he can keep this up, man. You know, he scored 34 points in game 1, 47 in game 2. I don't know if he can keep this up, man.
Yeah,
I don't,
but
man. Go ahead.
what I was going to say, there's no way he can score 40 the next 3 out of 5 games. I don't see it happening. Maybe one game. But he's going to have James Jackson who has to stay out of foul trouble. And they're going to, like you said, Desmond Bane, his back has become an issue. So they may have to get a third and fourth scorer to support him and Jaren. But that's the only way they'll win this series, in my opinion. If you're relying on Ja to score 40, they're already doomed. But if they can get Ja to give you maybe 25, 30 every night, the next few nights, he and Jaren gets you 15 to 20 points, and then you have 2 or 3 other guys in double figures. I think that's a recipe for success. But if you just rely on Ja to score 40 every night, they may not even make it. Well, they'll make it back to Memphis, but they may not make it to Game 6 if they play like that.
Shoot, Jaren Jackson had 33 on Sunday. The next day, Tuesday, last night he had 12, and then he went into foul trouble. You can't have that, man. You can't have that against this team, man. And I think about Golden State is that they got so many, tools, so many things in their tool bag to beat you.
Yeah.
And unlike one good thing I would say about Memphis is that they're not getting off to these slow starts like they did with Minnesota, man. They're starting on fire. No laws and no scoring laws. Not no mountain four quarter comebacks or anything like that. They're playing Golden State straight up through the first quarter to the fourth. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, man. I'm watching the score right now with Phoenix and Dallas. Dallas beating them by 2, 60-58 in the second quarter, going to halftime. So that may be an interesting game. Also, some other news I've seen come across my timelines, and that's the James Harden situation with the Houston Rockets, not Houston Rockets, the Philadelphia 76ers. And all signs are indicating that, based on the optics, is that Harden has fallen off, completely at I think age 32. He's not the scorer that he was with Houston, where he could go for like 50, 65 points in the matchup. But typically, usually in the playoffs, Harden has a track record of not showing up, and that may be due to a multitude of factors, such as the pictures we see online with him hanging out at the strip clubs, Miami, Houston, wherever, hanging out street club with other players, showing up to the training camp, I would say not overweight, but out of shape. That's from based on reports is that he showed up out of shape coming to and Brooklyn, so that's why they initiated the trade for Ben Simmons. Maybe we don't know, but I think if he changed his diet and all that, I think he could be like a better player going forward. What do you think?
Yeah, but I know you saw that tweet that I put in the group chat.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was doing if I'm Houston. I would either do one or two things. Like tell him you're only going to come back for a 1-year deal, like the opt-in. I believe he's already opted in, and then we'll talk an extension after next season. Or you can sign an extension, but it's going to be like a Chris Paul type of extension. That you'll get a decent amount of money, but you won't get a whole lot of money. It won't be the max. So if he's willing to do that, like maybe make what he's already making, that's fine. But there's no way, in my opinion, they should give him a big time raise. That would be malpractice.
So what if he doesn't resign? Where do you think he would go?
I think the Lakers are a possibility. The Clippers are a possibility. This would all have to be like sign and trade. Man, dang. I would say Brooklyn, but you can't go back to Brooklyn. I don't think they want him there. The Knicks, maybe. But, like, that's where you have to ask yourself. Miami, maybe. But you ask yourself, where's he going to go if he wants to leave? So he kind of doesn't have a lot of options. So I believe he stays with the Sixers.
Okay. All right, moving right along. What do you think about the situation down in Utah? About a potential move for Lakers? Spider Mitchell or Rudy Gobert?
It's time to blow it up.
You think so?
You got to find the best trade you can get for Rudy Gobert because it would be a really, really poor decision to trade Donovan Mitchell. You try to keep him there as long as you can, but trade Rudy Gobert and try to get the best package you can and move on from there. But this current team has run its course. They've maxed out. This is the best they can do.
I was reading online. I read an article by Sam Quinn about how Chicago packaged a few of their players for Rudy Gobert to strengthen their interior to go with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. I don't know if I would do that, man. I think you got to like wait and see how everything plays out with that situation. What do you think?
Yeah. That's fine. I think Zach LaVine will come back unless the Bulls don't want to give him the max, or he may just want a different challenge. But
I'm saying there was some talk about packaging a few of their players to go to Utah for Gobert.
Yeah, it'll probably be some of their fringe players. Vucevic would be included in that. I think I'll trade with that and Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report really does a good job with those trade ideas. But yeah, I could see that happening. But like I said, it's time to blow up this Utah court in terms of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. They got to try something different. And the biggest issue with Rudy Gobert is he makes too much money. That's the problem. He makes too much money. If he made a decent amount of money, like if he made like $25 million, you would think that's a great contract. But $40 million, and then his last year, he's going to be making $47 million. Someone made a good point. If at any point in the playoffs you can be taken off the court because you're a liability, then you're not worth the max. I didn't think about that a lot until I didn't really understand it until I thought about it more, and that was one hell of a point. That guy was right.
Yeah. Man, I want to see what Dwayne Wade does. You know, since he's got that I guess an ownership stake in the team now. I want to see what he does now that he's with his team and given with that market, you know.
One thing I'll say, as much as Dwayne Wade, he's an owner, Danny Ainge is making decisions. I just want to let you probably know, but Danny Ainge is running that shit. Dwayne Wade may have some input, but Danny Ainge will ultimately make the final decisions.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the noise. I can't control it.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know, man. It's Jazz, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know if you have to just build that thing through the draft, man. To me, I don't think it's gonna be hard to get other free agents to come there, man. But I think Wade might have a say in it, man, regardless of the way Dan Age being there. But we'll see. Anything you want to put up?
No, I don't think this Dallas game. If they win this game tonight, this series is gonna be interesting. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and go watch. But this series is about to get really, really interesting. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, man. That's all we have for y'all for right now, man. Give us a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let us know how you feel. Listen to this through Apple, Spotify. Give us a 5-star rating. Leave your comments. Also in the description box below. Check out strike7sports.com for latest content on the NFL, the NBA, and much more. Have a blessed night. Peace. We out.
Peace.